I try to make my family's meals as nutritious as I can, but sometimes our diets lack the nutrients that we really need.
So today we're going to get some great help with that. We have Spartan Store's dietitian Allison Reed here, along with Chef Amy Sherman. You guys are the dynamic duo when it comes to being healthy and having it taste good too.
Well, thank you.
Because it's easy to do, right?
It is. Just put a little effort in, you can make some amazing food that is really good for you and your family.
Yeah, healthy this time of
And
the
that
year.
is the challenge, getting the nutrients that you need. When you look at what you should be getting, you know, how many servings of fruits and vegetables, it's a little bit intimidating.
No one ever gets close. So
Yeah.
I might always say in my cooking, it's baby steps. So take a little baby step to make something a little bit healthier and it's all good. It'll come around.
And you show us how, which is the best thing about Amy Sherman.
Amen, sister.
What do you have for us today?
Oh yeah, because this looks amazing.
So today we're talking a little bit about vitamin D, okay? Vitamin D is something that we're missing because we live in Michigan right now and it's dark and cold, and I know I get sad in the winter time. Usually it's because of a lack of vitamin D. So if you can add more vitamin D to your diet, it's going to be good for you.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we're going to make some salmon with lots and lots of fresh vegetables, and we're going to throw in some shiitake mushrooms. So over here I have the way to do it. And this is called fish in cartoccio, if you want to be in
That's
Italia.
fancy.
It's very
Okay.
fancy, but you know what I call it? Fish in a bag.
Fish and vegetables.
Fish in a bag. We like that. Okay.
So for the bag, what you can do is you can either use parchment paper or you can use tin foil. And you're essentially making a hobo pack, okay? So we make these when we go camping sometimes. You can throw them right into the campfire and just let them cook that way. But for home cooks, what you're gonna wanna do is do it maybe in the parchment if you want it to be fancy. And you can put your spinach down, which is really good for you. We're gonna use a little bit of fennel today because that's a vegetable that a lot of people haven't tried, and it's got a lot of fiber in it and it tastes really yummy.
What's it similar to? It looks like cabbage or something.
Well, it is fibrous like that, but it's actually a member, it's related to anise. It's called anise, and so it has a slight licorice hint to it.
Oh, nice.
But I don't want you to think it tastes like Sambuca or anything, because it doesn't.
Darn.
All right. Okay, so you've got your mushrooms there.
Okay, and then shiitakes.
Now, are most of these things in season throughout the year?
Yes, things like greens are always going to be in season. Mushrooms are always going to be in season. Tomatoes obviously aren't in season right now, which is why I'm picking the cherry tomatoes, because those are grown in a hothouse, so they're a little bit of a better product. You could also use a canned tomato if you wanted
Oh,
to.
nice. Okay.
This is a Scottish farm salmon, and this is loaded with lots of good things for your body.
It looks so
And I
good.
love the whole fish, beef section at D&W and Family Fare.
Lots of
because there's
things
so
to
many
pick
fresh
from.
things and great resources are the people that work them about some stuff that
Absolutely. And you
if
can use
have
any fish
questions.
in this. Yeah, you don't have to use salmon in this. You could use anything. You could use shrimp in this if you wanted to. You could even do chicken, but the salmon's the one that is really good
looks
for you.
beautiful.
So very easy. Then you're going to put a little bit of some nice white wine in there to create some steam. Throw a little healthy fat in the extra virgin olive oil on top, and that also gives it some nice flavor. We've got salt and pepper on there. And then all you're going to do, this is cut out in a heart shape, okay? And then you just twist it shut. It's kind of loud.
It's so
That looks so, and you bake it just like this, and the paper
Yeah.
doesn't catch on fire.
No, paper does not catch on fire. When you get to the end
question.
here, right, you just twist it, give it a good twist like this, throw it in a 425-degree oven for exactly 15 minutes.
Okay.
That's all it takes.
So you're basically steaming it.
You're
within the
steaming
bag.
it. And what
Oh.
comes out is this beautiful
Oh
pat
my goodness.
of yummy, yummy food.
Yeah, we need to almost turn that around so that our camera can get a great shot of that before
the whole
we just
tray
take that
around.
paper
Paper
we
off,
dig
yeah.
in, right?
And the thing that I really love about this dish, especially, is for my kids, because we can set out a salad bar, selection of ingredients. They can go through. They have to have 2 vegetables in their pack, but they can pick any 2 that they want.
Right.
Wow.
And then they make their own pack, and then I can put as many vegetables as I want in my pack, and make it how I want to do it. So it's good
Amy,
to make
really
the
quick
family
before we
happy.
go to Allison, you've got something in a bowl here. What is this?
Quinoa. Quinoa is a great whole grain. It's one of my favorites. It has tons and tons of protein in it, the highest protein out of any of the grains, and it tastes great. It cooks up quick like rice, 15 minutes, and it's done.
And I was asking you, what if you're gluten-free, and you said this is the best part?
Gluten-free. Yep.
Gluten-free.
That's awesome.
Isn't that wonderful? Okay,
So
Allison.
Allison, our tag team, this begins. Let's talk about why this is a great choice.
Okay, so during the wintertime, this is a really great winter recipe because during the wintertime, a lot of, like Amy mentioned earlier, a lot of people suffer from SAD or seasonal affective disorder. And some of this holds a few of the nutrients that are really, really good in helping to boost energy and to boost mood to help to fight that SAD. So, and those are your folate, B12, and vitamin D.
Okay.
Okay, and so the salmon and the mushrooms especially are very rich sources of vitamin D. You'll find folate in your vegetable mixture there. It's also very rich in vitamins A and C, so antioxidants to help keep our immune systems boosted up there. Also, B12 you'll find in the salmon as well as omega-3s. So that's a very, very rich source
It tastes
there.
really, really
So you're just going to be happy because it tastes good.
And this time of the year too, I'm guessing, I know that for me, if I eat a lot of carbs, I find that I'm so tired in the afternoon. This is just such a high protein option too.
Absolutely, and you know, you do have a nice balance of carbohydrates and fiber, which is also going to help to keep you feeling full for longer. So, you know, the quinoa is a great source of fiber as well as the B vitamins.
So let's face it, it's tough sometimes to always be able to manage getting all of this in our diet, maybe time constraints or different things. Another option would be vitamin supplements, and you sell them at Family Fare and D&W.
So right,
Tons
in our
of them.
pharmacy, and you know, I brought along just a couple of different options here, just for different people. You know, you may find that in Michigan, we don't get a whole lot of sunlight on our skins during the winter, and that's what helps our bodies to generate vitamin D on their own. So it's really necessary to eat foods that are rich in vitamin D, but even then, we may not be getting enough. A lot of us certainly aren't getting enough. And so I brought some different options for vitamin D supplements. We carry different levels, so you know, you could go with a lower level if you feel like you're getting a good amount in your diet. You know, 400, but we also carry 1,000 and 2,000. I would really recommend that you talk to your doctor, that you get your vitamin D levels tested to see where your status is. Do you need to take any? And if so, how much? You know, if it's really low, your doctor may recommend a little bit higher dose.
And there's some great foods that are fortified with that vitamin D, and they'll say it right on the package. Some cereals, for example.
Absolutely, cereal. A lot of breakfast foods. You know, so your yogurts and your milk, cereal, that kind of a thing.
Great.
We've got chewables here as well in different flavors, so that's something to notice. The vitamin B complex, as well as the fish oil for heart health, since we talked about fish today.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
great information
Absolutely.
from both of you. We do want to say these recipes will be on our website later this afternoon. We've got to get them on. So thanks, Amy and
welcome.
Allison,
Delicious.
for
I
coming
love
in.
salmon. That is so good.
Thank you, and so easy to put together. Have it for dinner tonight.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks, Amy. We'll be right back.